but I can tell you guys all the stuff I know. Did you know much about hydroponics? You guys talk about that?
We haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, so
Can you, by the way, video
basis
about
of
your
our
podcast?
hydroponic system is this stuff called rock wool. It's made by Rodin is the company. You guys can pass it around. It's like this really lightweight material made out of basalt, volcanic rock. So they heat the rock up to these really high temperatures to make it into a fiber, almost like a wool, and then compact it into these square shapes. And then if you guys, you see how there's like all these holes in it? So then you can, it's really porous, so it's not like a sponge. You water it until it's really moist. You can actually, you guys can feel this if you want. Just touch it. Feels like a wet sponge.
Yeah.
And then we put seedlings inside the holes. And so this is butterhead lettuce. I think there's basil over there. And then the seedlings grow. And at first we just add regular water, but then when we bring it to, this is called the nutrient film technique, NFT system. A lot of different hydroponic companies use this. And when the plants get big enough, you put them, they're pretty much like gutters, like rain gutters that we cut with holes for the plants. When the plants are smaller, you can have them much more close together because the roots aren't very big. But when they get bigger, you move them into the more widely spaced holes further back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And these are just, these are butterhead lettuce. I think this is called Rex lettuce. There's some bok choy back there in the last row. And then how this works is that we get rainwater from the rooftops. And it comes down the roof and it goes into a pipe into these rainwater gallon tanks. And then that water is put into these black tanks in each of our systems.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see more in the other room over there. And then this blue pipe brings the water up to the top of the system, where it comes out the black pipes, trickles down with the nutrient water, and comes back in. So it's constantly recirculating itself. So
It's on a timer?
That's cool.
What's that?
It's on a timer? Or
Yeah,
float valve?
it's on a timer. Yeah.
Not a float valve.
I don't think so. Actually, no, these have floats. Yeah, these are
Okay.
float valves.
So when it gets cold.
Those systems are on timers. Yeah, and then we have, these are like our nutrient buckets. This is for our leaf crops. And we just add, this is our, I think this one's cafe, which is calcium, iron. And then that one is our, I forget exactly which nutrients are in which one.
Just for you guys, the reason it's called cafe, do you know?
Because of the
Calcium
color?
iron. Because the chemical symbols for calcium are Ca and for iron is Fe. So
Yeah.
cafe.
This is our cafe stuff. And it kind of looks like coffee.
It
too.
does.
So, actually, I think we have this. Yeah, these are our leaf crop recipes. So, we have macro and micro, and this is cafe. And if you guys want to pass this around, it will tell you exactly what is in the
Oh, okay. So you've
nutrient
got
recipes.
potassium nitrate, you've got potassium phosphate, you've got potassium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, hydrous. You've got boric acid, obviously there, manganese chloride. These are written cupric chloride, molybdic acid, which is molybdenum and oxygen, and zinc sulfate as micronutrients. Then the calcium and the iron chelate. Then the concentration. And where are you getting these? Are you using standard reagents, or are you making your own?
We make our own. I know they order it from American Hydro is the company we order all of our stuff from.
Because what we're going to be doing at Mercy is we're going to be working on a project that we just got set up that will make it so we produce all of this in-house. We don't have to order anything.
That's awesome,
Because the big
yeah.
cost in hydroponics has always been the nutrient
Yeah,
solution.
definitely.
And we feel that our cafeteria has enough of these nutrients in it because our food is made of these
Right.
nutrients
Cool.
that we're using biodigesters. And one thing we'd love to share with you is our technique for making biodigesters that turn cafeteria waste or any food waste back into nutrient broth that can then be used for the aquaponics and
Okay,
hydroponics.
that's really cool. That's not how we do that.
it's very easy to do when you're using IBC tanks. These square white tanks typically on them, you can get anywhere. We're using those to build our biodigesters that turn food waste back into liquid nutrients, and you win methane biogas. So you can heat our greenhouse. Won't be as big as this, but when we build our greenhouse, we want to heat it in the winter with the burning of the biogas.
Wow, that's really cool.
I'm curious because I know that's one of the barriers. People say it's so expensive to buy these nutrient
Yeah.
drops.
And then we also have our freaking stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're on a boat.
I thought I was going crazy at first. I'm over here like, whoa.
I'm feeling
I was
dizzy
like,
all
I
of a
know I wasn't on anything right now, so what's going on?
Yeah, sometimes the little kids will purposely like fall over and exaggerate, like, oh, I'm fine. It's really funny, but it's not that bad. Yeah, the reason why we have fish is because we use the fish poop as fertilizer. So this is called aquaponics. You've probably heard of it. And then so that gets taken up to the spray of plants.
And this is also on a decline, right? Or no?
It shouldn't be. I think it's kind of just maybe a little bit on this side because it's heavy. These mustard greens have gone out of control. So we need to cut them down. But they're really sharp and tasty.
Oh, they're great.
You guys are welcome. So you're welcome to try this. Is mustard green. It's like little mustard and lettuce. I don't like it personally, but go ahead. Those are basil back here.
And this is what you've got in here, rainbow powder in here?
No, it's little thing, yeah.
It tastes like a leaf. Oh, but it's strong. Yellow. It's kind of spicy. Yeah, right?
So like wasabi's like this?
Goldfish are much more hardy than tilapia and bass and a lot of other fish.
There's like a kick to it.
Yeah. Oh, it tastes like wasabi afterwards.
Yeah.
How do you?
Oh, yeah.
Use your own biodiesel, use vegetable oil.
Yeah, we get vegetable oil.
Are you using straight used vegetable oil in the generator, or are you getting pre-processed biodiesel, solely biodiesel?
I think it's pre-processed. Yeah, I've never actually used it, but it's good so it's
Okay.
Oh, I didn't notice that they had that.
Painting gives me inspiration.
It does. I love it.
Totally educational.
Who painted it? Did you guys have? We had like there's an artist who volunteered her time and she painted this. It's a song made out of plastic bottles.
Oh, that is so cute.
Is that cool?
He wants a picture.
Still picture.
Yes.
Oh, you can't do it with this one.
Come on, let's all cluster around. With you in it, so we remember. What's your name again?
Talia.
Talia,
Took a
Talia
picture
what?
on your phone? Yeah. Oh, Steiger's her last name.
It's a German name.
Guys ready?
I heard that. Yeah.
Mention that because I'm married to a German and I'm headed to Germany, which is why my luggage is out there.
Okay. Is that all?
That's very cute.
That's a bicycle electric generator. So while we have a bicycle food grinder, we've been talking in your budget that you turned in is one of these exact things. That's the dynamo.
Sorry.
The wheel spins, it turns the dynamo, and it creates electricity.
Did we get ours to work?
We did get the bicycle grinder to work. And it's a similar principle, except it's just turning a grinder rather than turning a dynamo. But when we do it, we're going to have one of these. Cool.
It's the same material, but it comes lightweight. It's a bigger Yeah, these are our vine plants. And this is really neat thing you can do in your greenhouse.
cool.
You grow it up instead of on the ground. Saves a lot of room.
Grow what up?
Grow vine plants
Oh.
up instead of on the ground.
Yes. Those are cucumbers, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did not notice that.
Look
at them. They're big.
There's the bigger ones at the.
Look at how
There's
that
a
one's
big
huge.
one down here, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everything is planted in Rockville.
What is this for?
Eggplant.
Eggplants too.
That's cool.
It's like how
It looks so healthy too.
It does.
like a flame underneath this, and then steam comes out.
And it spins?
And it spins.
Oh.
I forgot the name for it. It's called
It's
something.
not Archimedes, it's
Something like that.
yeah, it was ancient, either Greek or Roman. Even in China they had this, and they, I know what you're talking about.
I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a learning thing.
Yeah, it just starts to go, it jets out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
And I just hit my head on it all the time. And then you guys come up and
You know where this would be really cool, you guys? When we get our biogas produced, and we used to go into our classes with biogas inner tubes and light a flame. We could have one of these and hold it, and it would start to steam out and spin, and that'll show people the power of the biogas. That's what we keep in mind as a classroom demonstration we do. Just bring this in the classroom, wear the inner tube with the biogas, and just light it under. So we used to use the power pot, and we still will. But this would make us kinetic.
Yeah.
right?
What are those?
Yeah.
You could actually do like they cook and see.
What are those?
Cherry tomatoes?
And we don't use any pesticides, so that's why you can just like eat it straight off the vine, which is really nice.
And what do you do if there are pests?
That is a problem. You can probably see we're having this issue with this like particular kind of mold that's growing on our plants right now, and then we had this spider mite that was eating our plants. So it's kind of hard to deal with it organically. We've tried essential oils, but we found that actually damaged the leaves.
Oh,
And,
soap doesn't work?
and we've tried soap too, but for some reason this year the pest problem has been really bad.
But not enough to destroy your crop entirely, right?
No, but definitely, I don't know, like these leaves like terrible down here. Like they've just been ravaged by this mold that we have growing. That's one thing about a greenhouse is once one plant gets something, it spreads through the whole greenhouse.
But you're intercropping so that you don't have, or
Yeah.
maybe no, that's the thing, you've got a whole row of tomatoes. What about tomato, eggplants?
That would be better, definitely.
Because yeah, they're fantastic. Is that all right if we,
Yeah,
She
that's
said that.
yeah, that's fine.
Red and orange, right?
The green are just not right yet.
So the red one
'Cause
that
we're-
I the sweetest.
in ecology, I'll sort of emphasize the idea that you can say that the cost of doing business in any business, there's certain CODBs, right? That certain amount of pest damage should be the cost of doing business that is more than offset in the long run by the lower cost of pesticides and herbicides, the lower possibility of getting ill. So there's other things, you just go, yeah, well, we're going to get a little bit of pests from time to time. And we're feeding them, but by multi-cropping, we're keeping their numbers low. But I think there's this misperception that we've grown up with in farming that nothing should go to the pests, as if they're not part of the ecology.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're still getting a good crop, it looks like.
Yeah, we've also tried putting different insects on the barge, but they often leave, so that didn't work out that well either.
You like ladybugs?
Yeah, we had ladybugs, but they flew away. We had praying mantises that left too. So, but we tried
A lot of praying mantises in Mercy.
Yeah, they're really good at eating some of the spider mites.
Yeah.
So definitely hold on to those.
Well, what do you do with the harvest? Do you all come here and then pick it, or is it?
Yeah, we pick it on Saturday mornings, and we sell it at a farmer's market.
You do.
Yeah, you guys know like Larkin Plaza? Yeah, we sell it them there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I always pass by there.
Yeah, on Saturday mornings. Yeah.
How long do they take to get this picked?
These were growing all summer long, I think. So at least like 3 or 4 months, 5 months.
Are they annuals?
I think we take everything out at the end of November and then replant everything in April again. We don't keep the barge open in the winter.
No.
It's too
Too
cold.
expensive,
It's
so-
too expensive to heat. Yeah.
That's what we're wondering for our setup as well when we finally finish our thing at Parking Lot R. But I have a feeling that if we can get it working optimally, the biogas production will be self-sustained.
Oh, cool.
i.e. if we can put a biodigester, imagine a biodigester is a water tank, and it's got horse manure in it to start with, and then once it starts fermenting, you fertilize it. It's a mass, so thermal masses will hold their heat for a long time. The question we want to address in class is if we put a certain amount of energy in, i.e. ground up food waste, we use a sink waver food waste grounders, and we have a bicycle powered one. There's no electricity where we're going to be working, although we're putting solar panels. The idea is if you put that much solar energy embedded in food waste into the digester, can you get enough energy out in terms of the methane to keep the cycle going by providing adequate heat? If we can, then we've solved the dilemma of greenhouses in New York for the winter, because it's merely a matter of putting enough food waste in, which we have lots of, to get the energy out, to keep the thing going, to produce more energy. And the hotter it is, the more energy it produces.
Oh, that's really neat.
So we'll be hoping to share those results with you, because I think you should be able to get year-round operation.
So, yeah. I also think it's an issue of having the staff to maintain it too, though.
And you all volunteers?
We have like one paid staff, and then the rest is mostly volunteers. This is our generator.
But you don't, it's not cost effective to run this in the winter?
I guess, I don't know, I guess we don't, I don't know why we don't. We just, maybe we don't have access to enough fuel for it, or we don't want to pay for the fuel.
You know that you can use just straight vegetable oil. You don't need to buy biodiesel.
Okay.
The only issue with straight vegetable oil, used or virgin, is it has to be liquid when it goes in. So in the winter, most guys start theirs on regular diesel or biodiesel, let it run for a minute to 3 minutes. When it heats up, they just put the just vegetable straight up. So you go to McDonald's. I have a buddy who's got a monster truck.
Yeah.
It's huge, and it's all run on vegetable oil. He doesn't buy any biodiesel, except a little bit to start the engine, and he's in Vermont. So in the winter, he just starts it on biodiesel, and then it starts running, and he switches, and he's got a plastic tank in the back where he goes to restaurants and goes, oh, can I get your vegetable oil? Puts it through a filter.
It's so cool, yeah. I mean, yeah, these are really great questions you're asking. I feel like I'm definitely not able to answer all of them.
This is clean burn series oil burn. Well, that's something we want to experiment with in the club, too. Get a little diesel generator and run it on vegetable oil. This is an idea. City of made. And then this is not hot choy.
This was a thing we had plans growing in, but we don't have anything growing in there right now. Yeah, we call this our vertigrow system, and it's like these styrofoam boxes. This is the great space saver. You guys probably could do this. And the water comes up to the top and then comes out the soda bottle and like trickles down back.
Where's the soda bottle?
Right there.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely probably the most simple system to set up.
Down it goes.
And you can stack them up pretty high too.
And then the water goes down into this little bucket here to be recirculated.
And I think those are collard greens, and that's an edible flower.
This one,
Yeah.
not purslane.
Yeah.
Purslane?
Purslane, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they taste pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you have to tell me not to pick.
Eat
'cause otherwise-
everything.
I'm a hunter-gatherer. What is this one down here?
I think that those are just some, I'm not sure what kind of flower that is.
But it looks like they would deter pests. You know, if you plant marigolds, the marigolds keep the pests away because they have a plant toxin to repel bugs. And so you plant marigolds around your edibles, and then the bugs get confused, and they're like, I'm not going near that, it's got marigolds.
Okay.
Chrysanthemums work the same way.
Cool. I guess that's really good.
And this was an air cooler?
Yeah. So we have
Oh, wow.
when it gets really really hot in here in the summertime, we have water that comes down those cardboard pieces. It trickles down, and then when air passes through from the outside, it helps cool it down like an air conditioner.
This is what my grandfather had on his roof in Baghdad in the 1980s and 70s. All the Iraqis bought these, and they put them up because they didn't have air conditioners.
That's
and it works.
Yeah, it works pretty well. It gets really hot in here.
Not bad. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's such like.
Yeah, everything.
One thing you would never do is like fossil fuel stuff, you stick it in your mouth or the biodiesel. So you see the goopiness of it?
Yeah.
It's just vegetable oil. That's it. You can run, yeah, you can run cars, trucks, buses, military tanks, electric generators. If you have a problem, if there's another hurricane and you're out of power, get a diesel generator and just pour used vegetable oil right into it. Start it up. Olive oil, Crisco oil, you name it. If you can get it liquid, it has to be warm enough to be liquid. Pour it in the generator and start it up. You can run it forever.
Between that and the plastic to oil, it's good.
Yeah, you're not going to ever run out of energy. So much energy in this world.
Yeah.
And this, one of the this kind of pests, or it's a greenhouse. This is just to get the sun.
We have a pretty mantis that lives in there.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't found him today. I'm worried that he left the barge.
Really?
Yeah. Holler bugs leave. He usually lives in here and eats some of the pests. I don't know where he went. And we have some peppers growing in here. Yeah, these will be beans.
Look what they've done, you guys.
Yes.
I love the little touches they made to it. What else can we see?
Oh, this is our reverse osmosis.
Oh yeah.
Like, in case of times when it's not raining enough, we take further water to the RO and that.
What kind of membranes are in there?
What's that?
Is there a membrane in here? Is it just a holding?
I think this is just
Natural membrane.
yeah. Yeah, reverse osmosis vessel.
You know what does anybody know what reverse osmosis is? Water out. You know, you squeeze water that's got salts in it or other contaminants through a tube that has a membrane around it under high pressure on the inside tube. And then as it goes through the membrane, of course, all the particles get caught and trapped in the middle tube. And on the outside, unless it's the reverse, I don't know if this one's the reverse, but usually it's the inside squeezing water through the membrane to the outside, and you get pure water, even fresh water out of salt water. So ROs are used by cities to purify water. They're used by Saudi Arabia to turn salt water into fresh water. And as long as you have a source of electrical power to create enough pressure to push the water through the membrane, then you've got pure water from any source of water. So that's how they're making their own fresh water out of it. Do this at Mercy. I want people to come from all over to Mercy College because we have the space and parking lot are.
Yeah.
And see all this stuff. Just we replicate it. Reusable plastic. ash reject mixed with wheat and dairy. So, we consider with biogas newspaper, meat, and dairy as compostable through the biogas digester. Whereas in normal composting, they throw that out, and that becomes part of the waste stream. For us, there's nothing that we have to get rid of, which is nice. They're safe food.
This is solar energy?
Yep, that's what these panels to the left there.
How many volts?
Does it say? Can you read? This would be probably watts today. 1,572, which is 1.5 kilowatts. That's probably what we're looking at there. Looking at the biodiesel.
Any tool?
Your little knife.
The button got stuck.
Yeah, do you have a paper towel?
Solar panels to catch the sun's rays for energy and for electricity.